Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Physics Learning with Runi Sharma. Today I am going to discuss about class 6 NCERT Science book which cover physics, chemistry, biology portion. Today I will start with our very first chapter which is food, where does it come from. So these are the rest of our chapters which I will go through one by one. So today we will start with our very first chapter, which is food, where does it come from. So before starting this chapter, I want to say something, that this chapter is very interesting, and in this chapter there are many activities. I think almost 5 to 6 activities are included in this chapter. So I will suggest that those students who are watching my this lecture, please go through those activities. Also I will also discuss about these activities today, but you have to do it by yourself, um, because doing those activities, while doing those activities you will come to know about many interesting facts, and doing this activity means it will make your concept clear, as well as it will make your base strong, which is very necessary. So try to do it. I will suggest that try to do it in group, then it will be much more interesting. So today in this chapter we will discuss about food. What is food means, basically why do we eat food? The food that we eat, where does it comes from? Its types, its varieties, and we'll also discuss about plants and animals. So if I ask one question, what is food? So it sounds weird, isn't it? Because we all know what is food. When we wake up early in the morning, then we used to take breakfast. Here we take some food, then comes lunch, then dinner, and in the middle of this time, if we feel hungry, then also we are going to take some food, and that also that must be that must be healthy, tasty, isn't it? So these are foods. So, in the first para of this chapter, here some questions are asking, like what you eat today at home, what your friends ate today, the food that you eat today, is it similar with the food that you eat yesterday? So now, if you take out the complete schedule of a whole week, then you will come to know that you are taking some different kinds of food, means at different times, isn't it? Means if today you are taking roti or omelette, then in the next day obviously you are going to take rice, sabji, dal, so like that. So now comes food variety. So friend, we know that different states have different food variety. So in activity 1, it says that the friends that you have in school, you have to find out what they used to eat in a whole day. Means those friends you have, uh, definitely they belongs to different state. So you have to find out those information, that what your friends used to eat, and you have to list it here. Suppose one of your friends belongs to Assam, then the food included is papaya khar. Okay. Suppose one of your friends belongs to Assam, then the food include is papaya khar. One of your friends belongs to Maharashtra. Then it includes food item misal pav. Like that, if one of your friends belongs to Bihar, then it includes food item liti chokha. So like that, means if your friends belongs to Punjab, then it includes food item makki di roti and sarson da saag. So like that it goes on. So you have to find out what your friends means from where your friends belongs, and what means for that state is famous for what food item. So we can see that there are so much variety in the food that we eat. Now one question is means one thing is given here, that think about rice cooked at your home. So you know that what are the things needed to cook the rice. Means if you don't know also, then you have seen your at your home that what are the ingredients needed to cook rice. So basically we needed two ingredients. One is raw rice and water, and we used to boil it, and uh, then it prepared with a dish of boiled rice. So on the other hand, with that boiled rice, obviously you are not going to take that only boiled rice. With boiled rice, you need some vegetable curry. So to make vegetable curry, different kind of vegetables, salt, spices, oil, and so on are needed. So it says that some ingredients for some food item we need very less ingredient, as we can see in case of rice, and for some food item we need large different ingredients. It might be in large quantity. Now moving to activity 2, it says that those food items that you have listed in table 1.1, what are the ingredients used to prepare those food items. So how will you gather this information? Obviously you will gather this information by asking your friends, as well as asking your elder at your home. So some examples are listed here, like in table 1.2, like food item roti or chapati. Ingredients needed is atta, water. For dal, ingredients needed pulses, water, salt, oil or ghee or spices. So like that. After completing this, you have to discuss with your class. Now, one question arises in our mind, that uh, where those ingredients that we use, from where does it comes from. So to know that, we have to see next topic, which is food materials and sources. So we have seen that plants are only responsible for preparing such types of things. For fruits and vegetable also, plants are responsible. So if we see wheat or rice, we have seen paddy field or wheat field with rows and rows of plants which gives us this grain. So here also plants are responsible. So for maximum ingredients, plants are only responsible, means the source is plants. Also for food item like milk, egg, meat, chicken, fish, prawn, beef, pork and such other, those are comes from animals. So now one thing is there in activity 3, that here are some food item. Also the ingredients used to prepare this food item is listed. So you have to find out the sources. Like some examples are already listed in table 1.3. By seeing those examples, you will definitely gather some idea. Like for food item idli, ingredients used are rice, urad dal, salt, water. So sources means rice, definitely the source is plain. For urad dal also the source is plain. For water it is river, and for salt it is the oceanic. In oceanic region, the water is to dried up. Like that, salt is used to prepare. So try to find out for other also. So from activity 3 we can say that plants are the source of food ingredients like grains, cereals, vegetables and fruits. Now if someone asks that also there are some also animals provide us with milk, meat products and egg. Now if someone asks from where did you get the milk, so the first basic and most common example comes to our mind is goats, cows and buffaloes. They gives us milk. Also from milk we get many milk products like butter, cream, cheese and curd, which are used all over the world. So one question is given here, can you name some other animal which gives us milk? So try to find out those animal which gives us milk. I will say one example like sheep also provide us milk, a horse also provide us milk. Try to find out the other name of animal also which gives us milk. Make good use of internet and try to find out. Now coming to plant parts and animal product as food. So we have seen that plants are the one source of our food. So we eat many leafy vegetables, isn't it? Means plants provide us those things, isn't it? Sometimes we eat fruits of some plant, sometimes roots, sometimes stems and even flower also we used to eat. So if we see this diagram, we have seen that here as root, leaf, stem, bud and flower. So we have seen here lots of things that the plant produced. So we used to eat fruits of some plant, sometimes roots, sometimes stem and even flower also. So one question is given here that one question is asking that have you ever eaten a pumpkin flower dipped in rice paste and fried? So if you have not tried it, then definitely try it because it is very much tasty and healthy as well. So try it. Also, one thing is given that some plants have two or more edible parts. Edible means eatable. Two or more eatable parts. Like if we talk about mustard plant, then from that mustard plant, the leaf of mustard plant we can use as a vegetable, eat as a vegetable, and from the seed of mustard plant we get oil. So you have to think of more example where many parts of a single plant are used as food. Now in activity 4, it is given that the food item that you have listed in table 1.3, you have to choose those food items um, whose ingredients are obtained from plants, and you have to identify which part of plant that the ingredient which part of that plant gives us that ingredient. So in this table 1.4 also one example is given. Please go through it and try to fill up the empty column. Now one thing you have to remember, that all plants are not eatable. Yes, I have said that from plants we get fruits, leaves, but sometimes for some plants are only used as food, used as a food, but all plants are not eatable, because if you eat those plants, then it is not good for our digestive system. It is poisonous. It might be poisonous for our health. So you have to remember that all plants are not eatable. Okay, now moving to activity 5. So here it is said that take some dry seed of moong or chana. So take it in a beaker and then fill it with water and leave this for up to 1 day, and the next day take out those seeds and wrap them with a piece of wet clothes and set aside. So in the following day you will observe some changes in the seed. Some changes you will observe in those seed. So you will observe sprout coming out from this seed, as you can see in this diagram. So after washing this sprouted seed, you can eat them. Yes, it is a very healthy snacks, and you can take it in different ways by adding some spices and get a tasty snacks to eat. Now, if we talk about honey, we know that bees moves from one flower to another flower and collect sweet juice, which is called as nectar, isn't it? So, and through their system, the sweet juice is converted into honey, and they store those honey in their beehives. And when the beehives become larger, then we used to uh, break it and take out the honey for our uses. Now coming to what do animals eat. So if you have cattle or a pet that you take care of, then you have noticed that what they used to eat, isn't it? Like, have you ever noticed what a squirrel, pigeon, lizard, or a small insect may be eating as their food? So we have seen that squirrel, they used to eat nuts. Pigeon, for pigeon we provide raw rice. Lizard used to eat small insects. So these are the food they used to eat. Now in activity 6 it is given some animals are listed in table 1.5. So for some of them the type of food they eat are also given, like here it is given table 1.5 animal and their food. So some animals are given here and what they used to eat, it is also given here. Some examples are given, like buffalo, they used to take grass, oil cake, hay, grains. Cat used to take small animals, birds, milk. So like that you have to fill the rest of the column. Then activity 7 says that those animals that you have listed in table 1.5, you have to identify those animal, uh, you have to identify animal like uh, um, those animal which eat only plants, those take meats, and which only eat meats, which eat only plants, and which take both, means both plants and meats. So you have to identify those animal from here, from table 1.5, and you have to list it in table 1.6. So for that some types are given, like herbivore, carnivores and omnivores. So for then you have to know what is herbivore, what is carnivore and what is omnivores. So herbivore means those eat only plants. Carnivores means those animal which eat meat, and omnivores means those animal which eat both plants and meat. So the first animal, it belongs to herbivores. Buffalo, grass, oil cake, hay, grain. So for carnivore, lion used to eat meat, and for omnivores, human being used to take both plants and meats. So like that you have to fill up the rest of the column. So like that we have come to the end of this chapter. I hope you all enjoyed this chapter. Here some exercise are given, try to do it. Also some suggested projects and activities, try to do it in group. And if you have any doubt regarding this chapter or regarding any topic related to this chapter, you can comment me below. And if you like my video, then please share and subscribe. So thank you for watching.